in My Spotlight, where talented musicians and singers take centre stage on the Judith Looks at Love and Romance show.
Time for my guest, and a very versatile one she is too. Here's Nia John.
And I'm always pleased to welcome Nia John back to my show. Hi there, Nia.
Hi, Judith. Thanks for having me back.
Oh, you're welcome. And you've got not just a new track, but quite a different track, in fact, haven't you? So tell us about that first.
Yeah, the new track is called Danza Rosa Roja, which is Dance Red Rose in Spanish. This track was released on the 13th of July on major music platforms, and there's a YouTube video to accompany it as well. So essentially, I had a goal to write a Spanish song, which is quite sort of different from the rock music I usually do and ballads. But the interest comes from when I was in Brownies as a child. We had to do a project on a certain country, so I chose Spain, and I went there on holiday with my parents as well. And I really enjoyed the culture. So I learned a lot about Spain doing this little sort of scrapbook for Brownies. And then I joined a scheme to have sort of European pen pals, if you like. And I had a Spanish pen pal. So I bought myself an English to Spanish dictionary, and she was my pen pal for several years. And we were communicating in both English and as best I could in Spanish, which led on to me doing a Spanish GCSE. And being in Wales, and you learn Welsh up to a certain age, I found Spanish easier to learn actually than Welsh. So it stayed with me, a lot of the Spanish language I'd learnt. And whenever I'd been to Spain on holiday, I tried to talk a little bit to kind of keep up what I know. So that's where the interest comes from. It's also about there's dance incorporated into it. So any people who like Strictly Come Dancing will probably love this track. Or if you just want an upbeat summer track, this is for you. Or if you like a romantic story, if you like. Exercise is quite important to me. I was in all these sort of sports teams during school and university, and I do exercise, which is to music. So there's a form of dance incorporated in that. So that's where the kind of dance interest comes from as well. So combining those two things resulted in this song, and I spoke to my producer, Steele, and he's sort of multi-genre and very talented. And he's been to Spain himself, knows a bit about the culture and the Spanish guitar. So between the two of us, we come up with this track.
Well, that's an interesting story. You talk about the dancing. Well, you are quite physical when you're singing, aren't you? I haven't unfortunately been able to see you because you're a bit too far away from me, but I've seen your YouTube videos, and you do move about quite a bit, don't you, when you're doing it?
Yeah, because part of being a singer is the interpretation and performance. So I try to add that emphasis to what I'm singing, so it's believable for the audience. So where I can, I will sort of move my arms or legs or kind of sort of convey that passion, really, because it makes it more authentic.
It does.
I am restricted with my microphone, the sort of small space you've got on stage, or if I got a wired mic, so I can't move as much as I would like, but I do move around a little bit because it's sort of part of the whole package and performance, if you like.
Yeah. And not only this sort of music, you also play with your band, don't you, Wolf Storm? So tell people a bit about that who haven't heard you before.
Yeah, so Wolf Storm launched in the summer of 2019 in my local pub, the Piccadilly, which is like our home pub and place to gig. We had a tremendous response there, and I've sort of had professional musicians with me over the years, different team members and guests, etc., musicians. The name was born out of Wolf and my love of dogs, and we actually adopt a wolf dog at the Wales Zebra Monkey Sanctuary. So if you buy any of our merchandise off our website, all the money goes to the wolf. and it's Rubia, who we have adopted now, because unfortunately Zeb and Phelan had passed away previously. They were older wolf dogs, but we have Rubia now, where all the merch sales money goes to the wolf dog. So that's the wolf part of it. The storm part of it is because Hailstorm is my favourite band, and your listeners who might have heard of Lizzie Hale and Hailstorm, she's a female rock singer and guitarist, so she's a very good modern role model for people who like rock music, and specifically women as well. I know we've got our old greats like Bonnie Tyler, Pat Benatar, but she's very current, Lizzie Hale. So the storm part comes from that, as to how the band sort of manifested and its name. We're very busy gigging, so we gig across South Wales. We have gone as far as Bristol a few times as well. And we kind of have 1 week off a month for family time, so the other sort of Saturdays, etc., we are gigging around the pubs and clubs. We've done festivals, we've done our own charity ticketed shows, and all our events and gigs where we are on our website, www.wolfstorm.net. Our music is rock and pop, so rock is our sort of first love. So bands like AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne, bless him, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, and then we've got some more popular music, because we perform to quite a mixed crowd of people, and we know ladies like to dance as well. So we have some pop songs on our mix set, so things like Tina Turner, Pink, etc. People can dance to.
Right, lovely.
That's the type of music we do.
Yeah, and you mentioned Bonnie Tyler. You also do a bit of a tribute act to Bonnie songs, don't you?
Yeah, so during lockdown in 2020, I made an album called I Am the Fire, and there's 2 Bonnie Tyler tracks on there. So beginning of 2021, it was released, and I had worldwide radio play with a cover of Total Eclipse of the Heart. Probably because of being female, my Welsh accent, and a rock singer, and the song is tremendous, written by Jim Steinman. It is a fantastic song. But the cover of that went worldwide, all different countries, all different radio stations, and I was getting thousands and thousands of views on different music platforms as well. After that, and it kind of springboarded me sort of beyond then South Wales to other countries and other sort of media outlets. I subsequently released a cover, Holding Out for a Hero, and that was spotted by an Italian games producer and used as soundtrack for his retro game. And then last year I released Fast and the Speed of Night, and that got to number 41 in the Euro Indie music charts. I've had quite a lot of success in terms of Bonnie Tyler covers, and then I was lucky to meet her then, which was fantastic, and she was really down to earth, so I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, actually I played Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie last week, and I did mention you then and that you had actually met her. So, and you sound uncannily like her to me. Absolutely.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Yeah, especially when people listen to it on Spotify, because a lot of videos that time I made in lockdown, so it's quite restricted on location, and I do try to incorporate Caerphilly Castle near to where I live, just sort of a bit of history of where I'm from. But yeah, so the videos are really fun actually, but they are made during lockdown at that time. But people listen to it on Spotify and say, "Oh, that sounds like you. That sounds like that sounds like Bonnie."
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Amazing. So I think it's just some of the pronunciations are quite sort of Welsh and that sort of rocky husk to my voice.
It's not just that. You've got this, if I say rawness, I mean that well, and the same sort of rawness in the voice. Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah, absolutely comes across. But I mean, you're still doing some wonderful YouTube videos, aren't you? They're very entertaining to look at. So give the listeners a contact for that again.
Yeah, so you can find me on YouTube. It's at Nia John. I've got sort of a red leather jacket on, the black hat, because there are several people with the same name. But you will find me on YouTube. There's different playlists. There's one of sort of phone clips of Wolf Storm's gigs on the weekend. There's one of radio interviews, Judith, with you and I on.
Yeah.
And there's my own channel, Nia John, which has got all my releases on, which are both covers and originals, because with my producer as well, we've done originals, and Danza Rosa Roja is the 11th original song we've done together.
Right. And that was released just this month, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, the 13th of July. So we've got time to do one more booked, which will be the 12th song, called Ascension, and then I can release an original album because I'll have enough songs.
Fantastic.
So that's fantastic. So
That
we look
is.
forward to.
Indeed. Well, yeah. Well, you'll have to let me know when you release your next one. And in the meantime, tell us again the title of the one we're going to play right now.
Okay, so the new track is called Danza Rosa Roja, and I hope you enjoy it.
I'm sure we will. All right, lovely. Very nice to talk to you once more, and you'll be back on my show before too long, I'm sure. So keep me informed, and we'll have another catch-up real soon. I say, in the meantime,
thank you, Judith.
Bye for now.